Got another classic Pat Robertson Q&A here. He's asked about demonic possession in video games and board games. Let's watch.
This is Adriana, who says, my husband is really into computer games, and lately he's been playing this game called ArcheAge. I tried playing the game before, but I stopped because I didn't like that there's a lot of witchcraft, spells, wizard stuff, and praying to these figures in the game. I felt it wasn't right. My husband says I'm just overreacting, that it's just a game. It's not like he's actually doing all that stuff. So I want to know, is it okay as a Christian to play these kinds of games?
We did a long speech. There was a big thing about Dungeons and Dragons, and people actually got absorbed in that stuff. They took on those roles, and they began doing horrible things, and it was almost like an invitation to demonic possession. So I think playing some of these role games, I don't know which one they told, I don't do it, but I think, should a Christian do it? The answer is probably not. I think we shouldn't get ourselves involved in something where we're role-playing a thing having to do with demonic forces.
Every 2 months, we cover a very similar story from Pat Robertson, where he reminds us that Dungeons and Dragons and the Harry Potter and Magic the Gathering and Lord of the Rings, they're so demonic, they're all so demonic. And then you have, who was it, Jerry Falwell? I think it was Jerry Falwell, but it might have been John Hagee. Who was so concerned about showing your kids the Teletubbies because, oh my God, one of the Teletubbies is gay. I don't want little Johnny to start blowing his friends. These guys like to consider themselves a serious part of the political conversation in the United States of America. And you heard him say it. He's like, we've had experience where people they were inviting demonic possession by playing these games and started acting all kinds of weird because the devil was inside of them. But, okay, here's the question. Does he really believe that? Because I know many people who are of the opinion of Pat Robertson that he's just a con man. Like, everything about him is pure con man. He's just trying to get money out of people, and he knows that he's full of shit. I don't know if I believe that. I think there's also a high likelihood, or maybe let me just say it's 50-50, or if anything, I'm actually maybe 55-45 or 60-40 on this, where he's actually just somewhat delusional, or he's just stupid. Like, He's convinced himself of his own bullshit. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy where for so many years he's so concerned about pixie fairy Jesus and Satan that all of a sudden he starts to believe it. He starts to buy into it. Just like how in North Korea it's gotten to the point where there's no difference between people who are pretending to love their great leader and the people who really do believe. It's almost like the two things mesh together after a while. And it's like, well, we were pretending at one point, but then now we believe it because we're so bombarded by this garbage every day. I don't know, man. I'm like 55% or so that he's more believes his own bullshit. He's sort of delusional, kind of stupid. And a byproduct of that is he gets to scam everybody. I'm not sure if I'm on the page that he's 100% a scam artist. But look at the other things that they say there. They're like, is this wrong? I feel bad for the person who's asking this question, because really, how does this person know how to tie their fucking shoes if they haven't figured out this part of life? That it's okay, Dungeons and Dragons are not going to fucking kill you, or whatever the name of that video game is. You're not a bad person for playing it. Like, for example, I have played Rainbow Six in the past. I've killed many people in Rainbow Six. That does not mean I should be serving 32 life sentences. I feel like this goes without saying. I've played Nazi Zombies. I think that's part of the Call of Duty game. It's like one of the sub-games within there. Whatever. I don't remember, but I played Nazi Zombies. So should I get some Congressional Medal of Honor or something because I killed so many Nazis on a video game? It's not the same thing. It's not the same. It's not real life. If I sit there and watch Rambo and he's blowing people's faces off, I'm not witness to a murder. I don't need to testify. But they've convinced themselves. And look, the scary thing is, that anywhere from 20% to 40% of the American people are that person that's reaching out to Pat Robertson. Go, Pat, help me. I don't know. I played Magic the Gathering last night, and I feel like there's some weird dragon creature that has come into my life and is controlling my decisions. What should I do? I also played Pokemon. I don't know if I should use my Pikachu or my Mewtwo. How do I pay my bills? I don't understand. Is Zapdos available?